So I don't know how the sound is going to be with this, because when I went to go buy the microphone that I wanted, it was out of stock. So, I don't know if the sound is going to be what if it's going to sound like fucked up or anything, but, this is it. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. This is it. So, anyway, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened to me at the farm that I usually go to every year for my life. Since I was born, I was going to this farm, and I have to tell you what's going on with it. So, but before I get into that, I just wanted to tell you something else. There's a couple of things that I want to tell you. This. This might be backwards for you, but I don't know. But this is back. I don't know if anybody knows this, but a couple of years ago, they said they weren't going to make it anymore. And then, there was wars in Staten Island over this. There was wars. People were stocking up. I still have scars from the wars at the store. This is not a joke. And now it's back. Like nothing ever happened. Yeah, that's what Danette and Anthony, they know. They're in the chat. They know the deal, because they know the deal that people were stocking up on this and putting it in their stanzines. And, it's back now like nothing ever happened. I was at the store the other day, shopping, everything, and I look, and there it is on the shelf. And stocked. The whole shelf is stocked. And now, but the thing was that people are shopping at the store and acting like nothing ever happened. Like nothing ever happened. And, very casually shopping and just, like whatever. Yeah, exactly. It was at Stop and Shop, and that's where they have the pastina. And it's all stocked like nothing. Nobody cares. It was not this when this one went out. This was on the news. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. So there's a couple of things. So this I just have to get off my chest, because the other day when I was in the kitchen, I was, whatever, was getting ready for dinner. And I hear, the decor that we have outside for Halloween. We go all out. There's no fucking around when we do this. So there's Sonia's in the chat. Hi, Sonia. There's, we got the graveyard outside. We got the whole thing. The vultures are on the roof. And people think that they're fake, but they're not. Anyway, so I hear a bunch of kids outside. And I look out the window. And there's like 3 kids outside playing around with my decor. People come here to take pictures all the time, which is fine. But I don't need this was, they were fucking around with everything, and I wasn't having this. So I look out the window and I'm just watching. I want to see what they're gonna do. They're taking pictures, but they're like kicking my monsters. I don't like what I'm seeing. And I'm like, where the fuck is their mother? So, and I'm not making this up. This is what goes on here. I'm looking, all of a sudden, I see a woman sitting in my graveyard, and she's sitting, leaning, like she's just, chilling out against a tombstone. And the kids, she doesn't give a shit. She's just sitting there. She's smoking a cigarette and she's picking her nose, like picking her nose hard. And, oh, hi, Kathy. She's picking her nose real hard. The kids are running around. They're acting like, whatever. Just, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Then she starts digging in, and I'm not making this up, I swear to God. And she puts it in her mouth and starts eating it like it's candy. And the kids are going, I couldn't take it anymore. I had to open the window. And once they heard me opening the window, then they started packing up and leaving. And they left garbage in my graveyard. They left all their shit in the graveyard. This is what goes on here in Staten Island. And the vultures did nothing. The vultures did nothing. They just sit there on the roof. Meanwhile, this creature, I don't even want to call this a woman. This was a creature. Then I get a call from my friend Graziella, and she tells me she heard kids outside fucking around in her, and it was the same, and the woman was out there again with the nose, eating from the nose like it was candy. It was, I can't take it anymore with these people. But this is Staten Island. This is what you get. So anyway, I wanted to talk about the farm. This farm that I've been going to for years, since just forever. There's no, there was never a problem with the farm. This was just always something you do. I mean, it's fall, and we like to go there as soon as, you're sick of the fucking summer, you need to go to the farm. So, but this was back in, April. I get a call from my cousin. My cousin says to me, I heard that the farm that we usually go to, you're going to need tickets this year to get to the farm. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, tickets to get into the farm. This is something you just walk in. Usually you just walk in. She goes, no, you're going to have to go on there. They have a website now. You're going to have to go in. You have to, sign up, make a login. You're going to have to do the whole thing in order to get the tickets, because people are going to be, lining up this year. And I was like, whatever. So anyway, I go online. She sends me the link. I'm looking at the website and I'm like, this doesn't even look like, first the website, it didn't look like it was even for a farm. It looked like it was for a fucking bank. It was like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then, when it had seals on the website, not like the seals, like government seals were on the website. All over and government seals, like it looked like, the military was there. And I was like, whatever. So I make the fucking login, and that took me like an hour to do because there was a questionnaire to get the tickets for the farm. So I do it, and then they told me, you gotta download, again, after I filled all that out, you gotta download an app for this farm. So I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Download an app to get into this farm that I've been going to since I was a kid in New Jersey. I go on, I download the app. You got to make another login. And then so I did all of this, I did it in March because they said you got to start doing it in March. So I did. I booked the time, I booked everything for the fall. Now, after all that, the tickets, I booked the tickets. The tickets, they said they come in the mail, but also you have to have them on your app. The whole, I can't believe this. Then, like a week before the day to go to the farm, they send me a questionnaire. The questionnaire was, it was like you were filling out a form to go to the doctor's office. It was all kinds of questions like, your age, are you pregnant? Do you plan on getting pregnant? Do you have any allergies? Do you have, any symptoms? Did you get your flu shots? Did you get your COVID? Like all of this. It was like 10 pages long. So whatever, I filled it out, and that had like the seals on it and everything, and the name of the farm, and I don't know what the fuck is going on with this. So I filled it out. They send me back another email saying, they need more information, that I didn't fill something out right. Then the day comes. We get ready. Our appointment to get to the farm is at 9:30 in the morning. We get up, 6:30 in the morning. We get ready because the farm is 2 hours away. Get in the car, we're driving. All of a sudden, as we're, getting a little bit closer to the town, there is the traffic. You wouldn't believe. The traffic was unbelievable. Everybody was bumper to bumper. They're all going to the farm. It's just, why? They make us make an appointment and then there's the traffic coming into the farm. So anyway, we get in. After sitting in the fucking traffic for like an hour and a half, then we get up to the farm. There's lines. And I'm not even talking like a line. I'm talking lines. There's like we were going to the airport. They had the maze. They made the mazes to get into the farm. There was security guards. The cops were there. It was like, and I even saw like guys like from the military who were standing there. There was people on bullhorns. And now we didn't even get into the farm yet. This is the outside. So we're waiting on the line. And, it's taking forever to get in. I was like, what the fuck is this? How long does it take if everybody's got their fucking tickets? And we're going and waiting. Finally, we get up to the front. And we see there's metal detectors, and they're coming over to us, and they're like, we need your ID. We need to see the tickets. The people in the front, they had on uniforms. She takes my ID. She takes it and she walks over to the back, but I could still see her though. And she puts my ID in a machine. This is my driver's license. She puts it in a machine, and it makes like this noise, like a scary, like a crunch noise. And then all these lights go off and the lasers go off. And then they're scanning my phone, looking for the code for the tickets. And and by the way, everybody there, they're acting very casual, like this is normal business, getting into the farm, like it's nothing. And after all that, and they don't give a shit. There's no smiling, there's no talking, there's no nothing. She gives me back my ID, everything. Then we have to wait to walk through. We couldn't even see the farm yet. or the store, the farm store. They put up like the circus, like before you go into the circus, like it's one of those big, like a big curtain that you can't look into where you're going. We had to push through the fucking curtain, and the curtain was about like 2 tons. It was made out of rubber. So we had to push through that. Then we finally get through into the farm store. We couldn't even you couldn't even move. It was like Times Square on New Year's Eve. There was people all over the place. You couldn't not just I can't even believe what I was seeing when I walked in. So, oh, and the people were acting a little weird. Like the people that were there. They were giving out the apple cider, the hot apple cider, and the people were drinking it. I think there was something in it. Something was wrong because I saw a lot of people that were getting, like I could tell there was a guy in the, people were standing in the corner, like with their mouth open, like just like, like they were on something. There was a guy standing in the corner with his mouth open. His pants were hanging off too. And he was just standing there. And people are walking around, shopping, looking for stuff. Now, when we go here, we always went here for things, the usual, like the donuts, the apple cider donuts, the apple cider. And then we get like, the pies and the apple pie. They have the pumpkin spice apple pies. And this is what we always go there for every year. We get there, we go to the girl, the farm girl. I think she's Amish. She's got the whole thing going on. But this is the weird part. The fucking Amish girl is on her phone. She's standing there looking at her phone. So I didn't know, maybe now they got phones. So I go over to her and I ask, where's all the donuts? She goes, oh, we don't have any more. They're gone. They're gone. I said, well, do you have any more in the back? Because she's like, no, that's it for today. And she was a bitch. Like she wasn't even like, there was no, nothing. No, I'm sorry. No. She goes, no, you got to make another appointment because they're gone. And that's it. And she was just blunt. That was it. And then she goes back to her phone. That was it. We didn't get nothing. At this point, I was having an anxiety attack. I couldn't take it no more. It was, so, no apple cider donuts, no pumpkin spice. Oh, they were giving out hot dogs. They were giving out hot dogs, but who the fuck, hot dogs with ketchup and no bun. They were giving that out for the people that were, hallucinating from the apple cider. So, and people were eating them. They were eating them. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So that was it. I didn't even care at this point that I didn't get anything. I had to get out of there. So we walked out. We get to where the farm should be. This is where, usually you see all the animals, like, the goats and the horses and the pigs, all over the place. You see them. There was no more animals. I don't know where the fuck they were. I mean, where the animals should be, people were just laying around. They were laying like on the hay. There was stacks of hay and people were just laying on it, like just like unconscious when we were walking through. And there was a woman that we saw that she was laying face down in the mud, like in the pig pen, like where the pig should be. So I don't know what the fuck was going on there. And nobody cared. Everybody was acting like, very casual, very normal. I couldn't take it no more. We go walk into the parking lot. And now who the fuck knows what's going to go happen with my ID now? They got all my information. I don't know. And I don't know what's going to, someday somebody's going to be coming looking for me. So we go back, we're walking and walking to the car. The, oh, and the parking lot now is the size of the mall, like a mall parking lot. It used to be just like a little thing, for the farm. Now it's like a mall. We're walking and walking. I get to my car. I have 2 flat tires. It's all scratched. And my taillight is busted out. There's a fucking goat on top of my car. The fucking goat horned my car. And it's standing up there, took a shit on the windshield. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So this is where the animals are. They're just like roaming around. Oh, and also, I did ask where the pig was because I was like, what the fuck, what happened to the pig? And I asked one of the Amish girls, and she was on her phone too. She just walked away with a face. She just walked away with the face. She didn't want to tell me what happened. But this goat fucked up my car. So I was like, I can't believe, how am I going to leave? I have now the flat tires. And what the fuck am I going to tell my car dealer when I have to renew my lease in a week? What am I going to say? Like, oh, a goat, did this? They're not going to believe me. I'm not paying for this. I walk back like a mile back to the farm. I go up, I find the Amish girl. And I said to her, I need to speak to the manager. And she says to me, I am the manager. I said, well, I want to speak to the owner. She says, well, the owner's in Florida. And and I can't get in touch with him. He's just in Florida. I can't get in touch with him. So I said to her, well, a fucking goat just horned up my car. And I'm not paying for it in the parking lot. And she said, well, that's why we make you sign the release form before you come here. Because when you come here, you come at your own risk. There's, we can't control what happens here. You never know what's going to happen here. When you come here, you come at your own risk. That's it. So that's the story. That's the story with the fall. The fall farms, I don't know what the fuck is going on with them. I know that people are complaining that they have to get tickets to go to the farm now. I know this because that's right. So, yeah, he fucking horned my car. They're very vicious. Now, I don't know. Now I got the car's fucked up. They got my ID, which they're probably selling. And I didn't get any donuts. I didn't get any cakes. No nothing, no apple cider. But all those people, they're laying in the mud. They're taking off their pants. They're doing all these things. They're having fun on the hay. And that's it. So I wanted to let people know what's going on at these farms. And this was after we drove 2 hours from Staten Island into Jersey. I can't say the name of the farm, though, because, they're probably, my house now is probably bugged. I wouldn't be surprised if they now bug the house, because that's probably what they're doing with the people. They're connected with the government. So that's it. That's it. I'm going to have to, we'll see what happens. And got to get going. I'm not even doing the trick-or-treaters this year. I'm sick of them because of what they're doing outside. I put the candy outside. So they could just, take it wherever, off the witch outside. And that's it. But now you could go back to the store and you could get your pastina. You don't have to worry anymore, and that's it. Nobody's not on the news. Nobody's saying nothing. I don't know what they were trying to do to us before. So, hope that everybody's having a good Halloween.